back, everybody. Today we are working on a golf cart. My neighbor's have an issue with it. It's hard to start. I did some work on it a while back. I replaced a few things. I think I had to replace, I think I put a new carburetor on it. And I also had to put a new intake adapter on it because it was broken. Had a crack in it, and I think I put a new coil in it also. And now he's having issues with it starting again. And what I have noticed is that the screw here for this intake adapter is out for some reason. It's backed out, I don't know why. And if you look, when I grab the carburetor, it's got some play in it. So I'm thinking I've got an air leak after the carb, which would make it difficult to start. And then when it does start, it'll most likely be running lean because I'll have air coming in behind the carburetor instead of going through the carburetor. So he did drive it over here, so he did get it started. He probably had to choke it a lot to get it to fire up, would be my guess. And so I'm going to start with this, with here. And so I'm going to start taking this hose off. Probably some of these hoses and pieces here, cables to get the carb out of here, out of the way. And then we're going to see what the issue is with this screw, why it's out. And the screw feels like it's, I can't get it to move and wiggle around, so I'm not sure what the deal is there. I don't know if it just backed out or what. But I'm going to set you guys up back here. And I think that'll work. And hopefully you can see, you can see pretty good. Might not see every detail, but I think you can see pretty good. We are, let's see, what are we working on? All right, so it's a Yamaha golf cart, so it should have a Yamaha motor. And let's see, looks like I need a maybe not. That should work. And let's slide this out of the way. This hose here, which basically just goes from the valve cover back to the air filter. So it probably allows you to recirculate vapors from the crankcase. There we go. Which, in all that reality, is never all that good to do. Well, I can get it to turn, but with the carburetor on there, I can't get it to turn good enough. So everything in here is kind of tight. Not much room to work on anything. And on a lot of this stuff, you have to remove one thing just to get to another. So see if we can get some stuff out of the way without taking a whole lot of stuff off. Maybe we could cheat a little bit. Hopefully that screw just backed out and there's no damages to the threads or anything like that. So otherwise we'll have to do a thread repair. Alright, we got this slid back. Let's see if we can get some turns on that. See if we can't get it snug back up. I also think that I might take this little bracket off here too. No, I think I'll just take the whole carb off. Yeah, I just got a couple more turns left. These cables have got enough room, slack in them, that I could slide it out of the way. Alright. Alrighty. Hopefully that's out of the way enough. I'm going to snug this up just to make sure that it will snug up completely. And as long as it does, I'll probably take it back out and add some thread locker to it and then tighten it back up again. And hopefully that'll help prevent the screw from backing out again. I don't want to tighten this up too much because I think this little adapter, it's kind of crappy. Even the factory one was, just the way it was made. If you tighten up on it too much, it will crack. And if you don't tighten up on it enough, then you end up with an air leak. So you gotta find that happy medium. Alright, so it did tighten up, so we don't have, pretty sure we don't have damaged threads. And you don't want to tighten up on the ones for the carburetor too much either, because they're in the same brittle type of material there. I got to want to be safe. Take the key out, put it in your pocket or something. See if we can move some things around here. Get some things out of the way. There we go. Some carbon built up in that carburetor. I think I'll do is I'll take out one screw at a time. And just put some Loctite on it. And reinstall it. So this is going to take me a few minutes. I'm going to see if I can find a ratchet. 8mm. That's what this is. See if I can find a 8mm socket with a ratchet on it. Alright. I found me a socket, so we'll use the old ratchet. Get this one screw out. Must be one of those forever bolts. Forever long. Oh. I'm going to clean the threads on the bolt. I'm going to clean the threads in the on the motor where it screws in at. That way we have good clean threads for the thread locker to work on. You don't want any oils or anything on there to prevent it from not working like it's supposed to. Is that it? Can't quite see up under there very good. Got the old Frash Right. That's F-R-A-S-H-R-I-G-H-T. Frash Right. Well, I still can't see where I need to clean. Maybe that was good. Take and put a little bit of the blue thread locker on there. You don't need a whole lot. There's plenty. Good and plenty. Yeah, good and plenty. Yeah. The screws that kind of hold this in, they come in at a funny angle, which is different from the two studs that hold the carburetor on. So can't use the ratchet on the top one here because of the angle that it goes in. So we're back to the old trusty wrench. Once we get this tightened back down with some Loctite and everything put back together, we'll test this theory to see if it will start up. And if it does, most likely we've figured out what the issue was, and if it don't, well, then we got to move on and do some more diagnosing. And keep that in mind. Fix one thing, test it. Fix something else, test it. If you can at all help it, don't fix 4 or 5 things and then test it, because then you won't know which one of those things was the actual problem. We'll do the same thing with this one. We're going to clean the bolt. I'm going to clean the threads on this side. I'm going to dry it out some air. A little bit of thread locker. Oh, my cap broke on me. There we go. All right. Don't see any movement. So we'll bring this carburetor back around. We'll slide it up over the studs. And we'll get well, the stud on this is so long, But you have to back the carburetor up a little bit, get the nut started on it, and let the nut pull the carburetor in. Oh, maybe it is. Man. Well, what's going on with this thing? What in the world? Nice. I gotta take it back off again. Look. Unscrewed or pulled out of the plastic side. And it never showed any signs of tightening up. And this is why. Doesn't make any sense either. Alright, well, just take that other side back off. Well, like I said at the beginning of the video, that plastic piece is not a very good piece at all. And you're seeing firsthand that it ain't. You wouldn't think they would thread this thing into, I think they call this stuff like fiber metal. It's like plastic with fibers in it. But I guess they do. You know that stuff's not very strong. Alright, there's that. Alright, let's get that out of there. Swing this back over here. Set that up there. Go back over yonder. Yeah, see, I got a feeling that has stripped out the threads in the fiber metal. Oh, no. It did exactly what it did the last time. Or the reason why I replaced it the last time, because it did this time the same as it did before. Get you out of here and show you. So it didn't damage the threads. Threads are still there. See if I can get you in close enough to see that. Yeah, it's too close. Oh, there you go. You can see the threads in there. But do you see that great big crack? That's the same thing it did the last time. That's why I replaced it the last time. Is because it cracked. Yeah, and it looks like it cracked all the way through to the inside. Well, that's what I was afraid of when I seen how the old one was, and I bought the new one, and it was exactly the same. I thought to myself, it's going to do the same thing all over again, and it did. What can we do? What can we do? Well, let me get that this piece out of here. It's kind of a shame because I just put that thread locker on the bolts. But let's get it out, and we'll take a look at it. I'll bring you guys back.